But Collingwood's released its statement tonight that Steele, Sidebottom and Lyndon Dunn are under investigation for breaches of the AFL's return to play protocols. Sidebottom and Dunn shared an Uber on Saturday evening, and Sidebottom later visited a member of staff who is not living under the game's protocols. The breaches were reported to the AFL on Sunday afternoon. The players were interviewed by the AFL today. Sidebottom and Dunn will not be permitted to return to the Holden Centre until cleared to do so by COVID-19 testing. Collingwood expects, or the AFL anticipates, being able to provide a sanction tomorrow, given that their game is on Friday night. But the chances of Steele Sidebottom lining up against Essendon are naught.
We went on a bit of a rant last night about people being selfish. This story's just breaking now. What do we know? We know exactly what you sent out. The person Steele Sidebottom and Lyndon Dunn visited was Jeremy Howe. Clearly a great mate. Clearly a person in distress. His season's in major doubt. They went and visited him. They caught an Uber there. They shouldn't have done that. Daniel Wells, he got visited by Steele Sidebottom afterwards. And there's a bit of conjecture that Wells may have been with them when they visited Jeremy Howe. They caught an Uber. Dunn got dropped off, and Steele Sidebottom continued to Daniel Wells' house. I understand alcohol's involved.
And thus the Uber, rather than, and I think they were hoping to get a lift. That didn't quite pan out from a family member, so it was to Uber, and that's the breach, the first of the breaches. And Daniel Wells is not inside the bubble, so the time spent with Daniel Wells is a breach.
We're not sitting here. I know we come on TV every night and we think we know everything, and we talk and prattle on, and I went on a rant about selfishness last night. Steele Sidebottom potentially put in jeopardy this $500 million season that we're having. They've been lectured and lectured and lectured, the players. There's no point me sitting here and lecturing when you, Jared. Steele Sidebottom has put at threat this game. He's put at threat people's livelihoods because he wanted to have a few beers, it looks like, with Daniel Wells. Now, I really hope Steele Sidebottom tells the side of the story and we have got some sympathy. I want to have sympathy for him right now. But my gut feel, Jared, is I've got no sympathy if he's going to have beers with Daniel Wells, which he's not allowed to do. Gil McLachlan, he will be furious. And there's no dancing around this, Jared. He will be furious. We are talking about flying clubs to interstate hubs. What have you been talking about for 2 days on your radio program? Here on 360, writing in the Herald Sun. Hubs, 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 hubs. We've got to look after the community. And we've got a player, this one from Collingwood, who we've had previous players break protocols and they've been suspended. And then we have Steele Sidebottom, a senior person, a mature, an adult, doing something that I can't believe he would possibly say, I didn't know I couldn't do. I can't accept that.
Yes, I suspect circumstances mounted up and there wasn't the callous intent to breach, but there are multiple breaches here.